Hey everyone, my name's Amanda and I'm the Fun Size Reader, and today I want to talk to you about A Kingdom This Cursed and Empty by Stacia. A Kingdom This Cursed and Empty is book 2 in the series. I can't remember the name of the series. Kingdom of Lies? We read the first one for book club, and I needed to know what was going to happen after the end of the last book. I do think that this is another series that I don't know if I'm going to finish it this year, but early next year. It will be finished. Unless book 3 totally royally screws it up for me. I'm not sure. This one got close though. This one got so close. Okay. Anyways, so this synopsis, this book picks up right where Priska and Lorien left off at the end of the last book, where lots of crazy things happened and we discovered who Lorien really is and their plans. I'm trying not to spoil the first book if you haven't read it yet, but their plans that they plotted throughout the entirety of the first book, not the entirety, but the second half of the first book, came to fruition. And now we are moving forward from those plans. So it basically picked up right where it left off. If you have not read the first book yet, go read the first book. Go watch my first video. I will link it for you. If you want to know if you should continue the series based on the second book, I will be continuing the series. Star rating. I gave this book 4 stars. I liked it better than the last one. I did like the pieces of the last one. I feel like this one had a lot less of the parts that I thought were a little slow. So that was my biggest complaint in the first book, was there was a large chunk of it that I just was like, I needed this cut down. This was too long. That didn't happen as much in this book. It happened a little bit here and there. Stacia really likes to separate the love interests, which we should all know by now is not Amanda's favorite trope. I hate separation of love interests, and I get very bored when they're separated. And when that happens, I just kind of meh. So anyways, that didn't happen as much in this book, but it did still happen. There were a lot of things that I predicted from the first book. Some of them we already know have come to fruition. There's no payout on it yet, but I think that's coming. Just saying. I do really like where the story is going. I know that there is the new royalty, heir to the throne trope all up in there. That is coming. And I feel like Priska's coming into her power and kind of getting this motivation to save her people. And the story is progressing and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the romance. I want more payout on the romance though. I want the one specific thing to happen already. And I don't want to ruin what it is because this is not the spoiler section of the review yet, but I want it to happen already. Okay. Now, this book. I said this in my Instagram stories, but if anybody is not on my Instagram and they come across this video, or any of you guys are watching this video later, this does not happen to me often. I have not had this happen in a long time. I got to the end of this book, 10% left. I was going to sit down in my bed and read the whole rest of the book and just be done with it. And I sat and I read a few lines, and something happened in those lines that was super subtle and a super small detail. And my brain shut down because I knew in that moment exactly what that detail meant for the whole freaking story, the character that it was happening to or gonna happen to. I had the whole prediction in my head and I was so upset. I was so distraught that this was my prediction for the book. At this point, I put my book down. I didn't read for 3 days. I'm not kidding. I couldn't even go to sleep that night, you guys. I couldn't go to sleep that night. Again, this is not the spoiler section, so I'm not going to spoil it, but just know I wasn't wrong. I was 100% right. Not 100%. It's not 100% fulfilled yet, but I was right. And I'm very mad about it. I can't handle it. So I'm going to need to read the next book now that I've recorded this video. So just to find out what happens. That shouldn't deter you, at least in my opinion, as of right now, of reading this book. But just know that it was rough. Once I figured it out, it was rough. Overall, enjoying the series. Halfway done, because it is completed. Yay. All right, so now the spoilers. I just want them to be mates already, damn it. I just want it to happen. Please just be mates already. I know Lorien knows it. I did feel like it was a little anticlimactic how we found out that Lorien knows it. I wanted it to be more than just, I felt like the statement, like the few paragraphs that we got it from him was just kind of like thrown in there. And I wanted it to be more. I do like that he's not telling her and he wants her to choose him and he doesn't want to like bind her to something out of duty. I do like that. I do also think that that is going to happen. She is going to choose him. We know she's in love with him and she feels the bond and the, you know, mating together as well. And I do think that it is going to set Lorien's brother off, especially because we found out that Corinth has a mate that he turned down for his like position and alliances and stuff like that. So I think he is going to demand that Lorien do the same thing. And I don't think Lorien's going to have that. Like, I don't think he's going to do that at all. I mean, maybe he'll like, out of some form of duty, he'll like think that he can, but no, I think he's going to rage. That's my prediction for that. Also, Cavis. I fucking called it. The moment he said, I've been having weird dreams, I was like, excuse me? Excuse me? And then when he said, something's telling me that I should go with you, I was like, he's a fucking spider. He's a spider. He's being activated by the king. Lorien is going to kill him. And I can't handle it because he has a new baby and a wife at home. You guys, I was so upset. I couldn't sleep. I literally could not sleep and I couldn't look at my Kindle for days. I could not stop visualizing, predicting, guessing, whatever you want to call it. Cavis threatening Priska and having Lorien have to kill his friend. And I wasn't 100% wrong. Like, that is the end of the book. Like, that is what happened, but they take her instead. Even though Cavis is begging Lorien to kill him because he can't stop it. My heart just wrenched. It wrenched. I was so upset. So upset. And I still don't know how it turns out and how they're going to get out of that and how they can cure him from that. I don't know. I don't know. But if he dies, I will be so upset. So upset. There also is just like a lot of mention of violence against children in this book and in this series. And it's starting to weigh on me a little bit. I don't like that aspect of it. That is something that I really hope does not get a prevalent part of the last two books. But overall, it was a good time. It was a good time. I don't remember if I did a spice rating for this book. Did I do a spice rating? I don't think I did. Spice rating. Spice rating is a 3. There are multiple sexually explicit scenes. I don't remember it being that over the top for the length of the book. It was pretty fitting. All right. Well, I read this book on Kindle Unlimited. If you like reading fantasy and romance books, make sure to click like and subscribe if you want to be notified the next time I post a video. If you like what I have to say in my reviews or about the books, check out the book that I wrote, Dawn of Hope by Amanda Breyer. Thanks again for talking to me today about a kingdom this cursed and lonely or something. Empty, something like that. I never remember the title. Blank of blank and blank today. And I'll see you guys next time.